MrBeast posted a video where it was the last person to leave the mansion keeps it. Standard MrBeast challenge, except there was a twist. Every single person in that video was someone who made fun of MrBeast's previous contestants, making fun of the people on why they kept leaving challenges early, saying that the challenges that he had were easy. And every person who made a video saying that his challenges were easy were also the same people asking MrBeast to let them in a challenge instead, saying that if they were in that challenge, they're not leaving. So MrBeast got all of them together, put them in a mansion, and basically told them to put their money where their mouth is.
Mattered, but it does. Like I'm really missing my mom right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, Chase. Funny to hear you say that after you trashed the contestants in our other videos.
Talking to the people who are in the videos. You miss your wife, don't you? Oh, you miss your kid. Your kid's birthday's coming up, right? It just so happens that I don't care, bro.
And Chase wasn't the only one to make a video like that. In fact, I chose every single contestant in this video because each of them said publicly that my videos were extremely easy, and if they were ever in one, they would win for sure.
Is it just me, or are the MrBeast contestants nowadays so soft?
Oh, I miss my family. I'll see you when I get out.
I don't care if it's 3 years.
I'm locking myself away.
I guess living in a mansion won't be as easy as they thought.
In the challenge, there were 15 people, and the last 6 people who made it the furthest just did something that might have been the smartest thing any MrBeast contestant has ever done with their prize. Sub if you want. But the thing to understand on why this video even exists is that you need to know where the idea came from. Everything stems from a video called $10,000 every single day you survive in the wilderness. $10,000 every single day just for staying. There were 2 contestants, and one of the contestants, out of the 2 people, after 74 days in the wilderness, earning $10,000 a day, wanted to leave because he missed his family, and he didn't leave. And people clowned on this guy. They left by day 74, and at that point they were at $670,000 because I'm assuming they bought a few things that made just life easier there. So they were 33 days away from $1 million total. Just 33 days, and he could have left. Because honestly, I'm gonna say this with all due respect. Because if your dad was in a MrBeast challenge earning $10,000 a day and he left because he misses his family, how annoyed would you be? Like, I'm not telling the guy to stay forever, but I'm just saying, stay until you reach $1 million. You were already gone for 2.5 months. What's another month? The video sparked a whole comment section conversation that essentially became, why do people keep leaving these challenges? The reasons aren't good enough. Because if you're doing it for your family, right? What's another month? You're doing this to be financially stable. Like, the guy just had a newborn, but what's the difference between him leaving now and him leaving later after the $1 million? Because it's not like the newborn's gonna like remember him. Also, in his eye stranded 100 people in the wilderness for $250,000. Someone left because they wanted a milkshake, so the bar was low. And MrBeast saw those comments and he decided to do something about it. He rounded every single person saying that they should be a contestant, all the previous contestants were weak for leaving early, and he put all those people in that mansion, and he told them the last person standing keeps the mansion. That video has 73 million views. And the 6 people who made it the furthest, I think lasted, 115 days together in the mansion out of 117. That's nearly 4 months of your life spent with strangers competing for a piece of real estate. One of them missed their graduation, but between, going to your graduation and potentially winning a mansion, it's a difficult choice, but like, I gotta respect the guy for sticking to the mansion. Cause like for me, I went to my graduation, I enjoyed it, but I also didn't have a mansion on the line. The final standing roughly went like this. The last 6 people spent majority of their time together of, the 117 days. Places 6 to 3 walked away with 100K each. Second place got 10K from an extra challenge he did earlier, and the winner got the house. But here's where things get interesting. Most of MrBeast contestants take the prize, go home, and we never hear from him again, and that's the entire story. These 6 did something different. They started a content house together called Peak. Think about what they were doing as they were walking out the mansion. 6 people who just spent 117 days living together. They were not strangers at that point. They were actually close. A built-in friend group, a house, the literal prize from the video, a name, and 73 million people who watched them compete on one of the biggest YouTube channels on the planet. Think about how most content houses spend years trying to build. A group of friends that they can actually get along with, a name, a location, the exposure. These 6 walked out of a MrBeast video with all 4 in a single day. The exposure angle is massive, and I don't think people are fully appreciating it. MrBeast's audience isn't regular viewers, it's a significant portion of the entire population, including streamers, content creators, and people who are building an audience for themselves. With 73 million people watching a video, a meaningful chunk of people are creators who are gonna remember the contestants and might follow what they might do next. That's not a small thing. Most content houses spend years grinding for some kind of initial visibility. Peak got everything from a single video. And now about the guy who won the mansion. Going into the video, he wanted to win the mansion for his family. That's the reason why he stated, his stated motivation. He wanted to win a home for the people he loves. He won, and then immediately switched up on all his day ones, kicked them out of the house, and started a content house. Like, I'm not saying it's not wrong, but try to think about it in like a long-term financial decision. If Peak turns into something real, a content house that generates consistent revenue is worth more than a single family home over time. He's essentially trading a one-time asset for a potential ongoing income stream. And it's not like, he pushed his family to homelessness, like they had a house still. But the comment sections are in kind of like a weird situation, because he went from, I'm doing this for my family, to now, hey, I converted the house price into, a content operation. Here's the thing though, what these 6 people generally did is probably one of the most smartest post-MrBeast moves I've seen. Most people win the prize and that's it. One-time money, gone eventually. A house is still better than cash, but it's still a static asset. It doesn't generate you anything unless you sell it or you rent it. A content house built with 6 people with existing chemistry, an existing fan base from 73 million people, and an actual location to film in can generate money indefinitely. Ad revenue, sponsors, brand deals, merchandise, live events, all because of the connections with MrBeast. A ceiling on what a successful content house can earn is significantly larger than that mansion itself, because they turned the one-time prize into an ongoing income. That's not smart. That's a decision that most people didn't think of because they were too focused on the immediate value of what they want rather than what they can build it into. The mansion is a seed, but Peak is what they're trying to grow from it. But here's the honest question though. Does having a MrBeast origin story actually translate into like a sustainable content operation? The answer is maybe, but it entirely depends on what they actually make of it. They already have their YouTube channel, that thing's at 15K, and across 3 videos, they have 110,000 views. The first video is Peak exposes MrBeast mention video, which is basically them talking about, the extra challenge through their experience. The second video talks about what they're gonna do with the channel and, more questions about what they experienced during the challenge. And their third video is we crashed a MrBeast video. Since they do have the link with MrBeast, they're able to do something with them. And in that video, they secured a collab with AMP through Agent, and they talked to Lacey to do a potential collab with him and the Core Boys.
Where's your collab? What do you think of a collab?
Wherever you need them. It's in North Carolina, the house they won. Wait, you want to come down and do a stream with them?
Oh my god!
Hey, Agent gonna collab with us, bro. When you collabing with us?
You should collab with us, Core Boys.
As soon as I'm done with the brace and I can walk again, I'm down to pull up.
Oh, okay.
Their TikTok's at 76,000 followers, with a video at 1.8 mil, 1.6 mil, 1 at a mil, and then everything else close to like half a mil. The exposure from the 73 million views is real, but it's not permanent. The audience might forget about them if they don't put out content that gives people a reason to stay. A content house with good chemistry, but no direction, is just a group of people just living together. A content house with a clear identity, consistent output, and a reason for people to keep coming back, that's something. The chemistry is there. 117 days in a house together either breaks people apart or bonds them generally. And the fact that they chose to stay together after the video shows the latter. The location's there, the initial exposure's there, which is the issue most people have starting out. What we don't know yet is whenever they have a creative vision for what Peak actually is and goes beyond, we are the people from MrBeast's mansion video. That's the thing that will determine whenever this thing is a smart move that will pay off in the long term, or a smart move that will just fade out after the initial attention does. So here's the full picture. MrBeast made a video specifically for people who kept asking why contestants are leaving when the challenges are so easy. These people lasted 117 days. One of them missed their graduation, and the top 6 walked out with friendship, money, and a mansion. And they immediately turned the entire thing into a content operation called Peak. And everything depends on if they were the smartest contestants, entirely depends on if Peak becomes something worth talking about. By turning a one-time prize and converting it into something that can generate income indefinitely. That's a better move than most people make with a MrBeast win. So that's about it. If you like, then sub. If you sub, you might get another video.